Norwegian Fjord, an all-age horse. Today's video is going to be super informative for people who love horses. So why not getting subscribed first? Let's start. Norwegian Fjord, Asian wild horse or Przewalski horse, Highland pony, Icelandic horse. Viking horses, Beaver Dam Farm in Nova Scotia, American Driving Society, ADS, Wallace Point Fjords, Blue Raven Farm, and McKinnon's Neck Farm. The eyes should be like mountain lakes on a July evening, big and beautiful. A brave neck like a mountain boy on his way to his love. Well-defined withers like mountains against the sunset. The disposition as vibrant as a waterfall in spring, and nonetheless kind-natured. Norwegian description of the Fjord horse. The oldest purebred horse is the Norwegian Fjord. The Przewalski horse has 66 chromosomes, while the Fjord and Tarpan have 64. The original Fjord horse may have been tamed in Norway about 4,000 years ago. The Vikings deliberately bred the Fjord horse approximately 1200 BC. Norwegian runestone carvings of fighting stallions depict Fjord horses. Vikings carried their war mounts, fjords, to Scotland, Iceland, and beyond. The Highland pony and Icelandic horse were influenced by the Fjord. The Fjord became a farm horse for Norwegian farmers in Vestlandets mountains from Viking war horses. The Fjord grew sure-footed, agile, thrifty, and hard-working on hillside farms. Father Fjord. When crossbred with Norway's third breed, the Dole, in the late 1800s, the Fjord horse nearly died out. Rimfox, a Dole stallion, was transferred to the national stud to make the Fjord stronger and better for farming. When most farmers employed the state stud, the Dole stallion was used and crossbreeding occurred. After a few generations, the new crossbreds developed weak temperaments and unappealing coloring. Dole blood was eradicated from the Fjord in 1907. Together with numerous purebred mares, Rimfox found Jowl, a pure Fjord stallion born in 1891 and sold to Sunmore. He and his descendants returned to breeding. Jowl lived and bred on Rasmus L. Sundra's farm for 12 years before dying of pneumonia. Jowl, known as Jowl 166 due to his number in the Norwegian Fjord Registry, is the father of all current Fjord horses. All fjords now are descended from Jowl 166. The motherland. Norway established the Fjord horse stud book in 1910. Norwegians have fully embraced the Fjord, which became a national symbol. Norwegian Fjord, Asian wild horse or Przewalski horse, Highland pony, Icelandic horse. Viking horses, Beaver Dam Farm in Nova Scotia, American Driving Society, ADS, Wallace Point Fjords, Blue Raven Farm, and McKinnon's Neck Farm. The Norges Fjordeslag, NF, registers, examines, and authorizes Fjord horses in Norway. Norway sets the Fjord breed standard under European legislation. The NF recognizes its duty to the breed in Norway and abroad. To maintain breed standard and quality, only approved and evaluated stock can be used for breeding in Europe, and only top-grade stock can be exported to North America and other nations. North America. Publisher J. may have imported the first Norwegian Fjord to North America, a 6-month-old gelding. 1888 Philadelphian Bertram Lippincott. Warren Delano of Barrytown, New York introduced fjords circa 1900. Most North American foundation stock was imported in the 1950s. Canadian and American breeders still import outstanding stallions and mares to strengthen North American fjord stock. The Canadian Fjord Horse Association, CFHA, and the National Fjord Horse Registry register fjords in Canada, NFHR. Both registrations accept only purebred fjords. Fjord owners created the CFHA in 1977 to share information and incorporated under the Animal Pedigree Act in 1982 to form a register. The CFHA joined the Norwegian-based NF-run Fjord Horse International Association, FHI, in 2005. The FHI holds a breeding conference annually to discuss breeding goals and worldwide studbook interpretation and coordination. Fjord evaluators also attend FHI judging courses. Canadian fjord aficionados can attend the conference and courses. Unlike European registries, Canadian fjord owners and breeders are not required to register their horses with the CFHA, which had about 3,000 registered horses in 2008. USA-based NFHR was founded in 1980. To maintain breed purity, It follows the best European fjord registry rules. The NFHR will deregister a mare or stallion bred with a non-fjord. Crossbred fjords appear like fjords, thus DNA testing prevents registration. Often the untrained eye cannot spot a crossbred, says Brian Jensen, worldwide assessor and fjord breeder at Trinity Fjords in Lumby, BC. Evaluations. Rating fjords to ensure only the best reproduced began in Norway and continues worldwide. No CFHA evaluation program exists. NFHR evaluations have been used by Canadian fjord breeders and owners. NFHR examinations began in 1983. An international panel of assessors praised North American stock at the time. Since then, the NFHR has licensed Canadian and American judges through their own evaluation program. 1994 saw the first NFHR examination in Libby, Montana. Performance and conformance are evaluated. Horses are rated 0-100 in conformation, movement, riding, driving, and draft work. Top horses have conformation and performance scores of 80 or higher. Good horses score 70, 80. Modern fjord. Fjords average 13.2, 14.2 hands tall and 900, 1,200 pounds. They're a size that is not too enormous and terrifying for youngsters and smaller adults, yet they're strong enough and large enough for most adults, says Carol Rivoire, who has bred fjords at Beaver Dam Farm in Nova Scotia since 1991. Jest, Rivoire's 32-year-old stallion, proves the breed's hardiness. Medium-sized head with broad, flat forehead and straight or slightly dished profile. Large, expressive, well-set eyes are ideal. While the throat latch is deeper than most breeds, it must be developed enough to allow correct poll flexion. Norwegian fjord, Asian wild horse or Przewalski horse, Highland pony, Icelandic horse. Viking horses, Beaver Dam Farm in Nova Scotia, American Driving Society, ADS, Wallace Point Fjords, Blue Raven Farm, and McKinnon's Neck Farm. Fans love fjords. Lawrence Lundgren, this boy's grandfather, traded his Arabians to breed fjords. He ordered his sister Carol to disperse his fjord herd after being diagnosed with bone cancer. She says her brother only cried when his horses were sold. Carol caught the fjord bug when moving Lawrence's. Carol, who runs fjord breeding farm Red Wing Acres, bought Lawrence's filly Missy's Lace. The neck has a natural arch and looks heavy but proportional to the horse. The neck should flex upward and outward on the shoulder. The mane is cut in a crest to emphasize the neck curve. The fjord should have a deep barrel, muscled back, and girth. Long, broad, well-muscled, sloping croups are ideal. The back, loins, croup, and quarters must match. Clean, feathered legs are required. Performance horses have flatter, lighter muscles, while draft horses have rounder, heavier muscles. North American evaluators classify fjords as athletic, draft, and all-purpose. Any fjord must meet breed standards in appearance and disposition. The fjord's kind is the hardest to describe. Jensen adds Norwegians call it getmote. The body parts must work together regardless of type. Stallions should be manly and mares feminine. Norwegian fjord, Asian wild horse or Przewalski horse, Highland pony, Icelandic horse. Viking horses, Beaver Dam Farm in Nova Scotia, American Driving Society, ADS, Wallace Point Fjords, Blue Raven Farm, and McKinnon's Neck Farm. The fjord needs 3 energetic, balanced, and cadence-filled gaits. Laurie Albro, who raises fjords at Bluebird Lane Fjords in southern Ontario, says, a well-bred fjord can have 3 very good gaits, capable of winning very good points in open, dressage, competition. Rivoire says fjords walk well. They increase strides and trot and canter smoothly. Most good fjords have a gorgeous cadence trot that's delightful to see and thrilling to ride or drive. Which feature of fjord horses did you like the most? If you want to know more about horses, then get subscribed to our channel right away. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your horse-loving friends.